Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, Sakura has passed.
F.
Yep.
Rip.
So there was a fight between Toko and Aoi, which ended up with Sakura coming in the like bursting into the nurse's office, getting all angry, and then disappearing, which is a bit strange.
Yep.
We found out that Kyoko has decided to forgive Makoto for what happened before, because with Monokuma announcing that Sakura was the spy,
Yes.
Kyoko realized that's what Makoto didn't want to tell her, and then got pissy at him because she insinuated that he couldn't trust her because they didn't tell her in the first place. Which, I mean, makes sense, but it's also like, God, is there nothing he can do to win? What else happened?
Alter Ego got hooked up to the network.
Oh, yes, thank you. The big one, the really important one. Yes, she did decide...
Apart from Sakura.
She did decide to take Makoto to the secret room so that they could hook the computer up to the network, while also fooling Monokuma into thinking that they were just checking the room out one more time. And I think with that is pretty much it.
Yeah, it is. We're just kind of... The ending was, we discovered Sakura was...
Indeed.
Was dead. So.
We discovered Sakura and...
But what was the ending?
Yeah, because the game... because we all looked through the window, all three of us. By three of us, I mean us, Aoi, and Kyoko. We looked through the window. Sakura was there. Makoto hit the door with the broom end of the handle. Like the broom end of the
handle.
You know what I mean? The broom end of the brush end of the broom. There we go. The door, like, smashed the window, and then the death toll chimed. I'm trying.
It's okay.
I'm trying.
We should introduce ourselves and just get into the game at this point. Now.
I was about to.
Okay.
I just wanted to add that the game was like didn't allow us to see it
Okay.
until we were actually physically in the room. I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm a turnip.
Yep, he's a turnip. We'll go with that. Taylor the turnip.
Taylor the turnip.
Uh-oh. I have to get them. I have to get the others.
Well, that's probably not anything we should be concerned about.
The other what?
Shaky legs.
The other
Hina
guys.
left the rec room.
I know that, but it's like the other what? The other knives? The other donuts? What?
And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over. Well, that's new, Makoto. You've never repeated something over and over again.
Makoto repeating something?
Like how-
Oh my god, that's never happened
Oh
before.
my god! How unlike him.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
He's repeating something. And then he's going to repeat it to me. Oh my god!
Oh, for God's sake.
They're repeating it!
Oh, dear.
I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed, as time tends to do, while I stood there, unable to do a thing, silently behind Kyoko, unable to contribute in any meaningful way. Time moved forward in a linear fashion. And after I don't know how long...
I got everyone.
Ogre?
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed? I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began. You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Sakura was murdered. And by someone in this very room. Is that what you're going... Sorry. Is that what you were going to say?
No. Whoever killed her is not just someone in this room. It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko! One of you killed Sakura!
What? You're accusing us before we've even. Wow, I'm gonna put my teeth in, and then I'll come back. So, excuse me. You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation?
I don't need to investigate anything! Because you hated her! You hated the sight of her! What if you did it? I know it!
Monokuma?
You know it?
Maybe. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then.
Oh no.
With that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Excuse me, I was in the middle of a sentence there.
Don't care.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Uh-huh?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Actually, I'm quite cross about it, if you must know. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. 'Cause even for someone like me, it would be no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So, I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
You owe them one?
Oopsie! Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you'd better figure out who did it first. 'Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him! I hate this whole thing!
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Which was me. Oh, dang.
Oh shit.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. Oh my god. So you can see in the right-hand corner just the very, super low-res version of her sprite.
Yeah.
Which is very distracting.
Yep. God.
If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it!
Hina?
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
Ooh.
Beg pardon? I'll give you your order right up your butt!
Whoa.
Also, Makoto, so this is another thing. So Makoto swung the broom end of the broom at the window, right? And supposedly the glass shattered into 1,000 pieces. Look at the window.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you notice that's weird about that?
Yeah, it's not all smashed.
And order? Fine, I'll stay behind.
Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
I'll stand behind your mother.
Oh. Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
Which is...
Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are just as much in danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
Please just stop talking. In fact, stop living.
This is gonna require horny bat number 5, I think.
And you, Hero? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? Then it's decided.
Nothing's decided.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request.
But
We have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Her low-res memory.
fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her!
Naturally. Who'd want to touch a filthy dead body?
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. Holy crap, her freaking biceps! Jesus!
Yeah.
It's like a big raisin. Or a coffee bean.
It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. Hopelessly hoping, hopelessly that we have to do it no matter what. We have no choice but to just do it.
Makoto, are you monologuing internally again?
Just do it! Nothing is impossible! Just do it! Yesterday you said tomorrow.
Just do it!
I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim
The
was Sakura.
victim was Sakura
I'm sorry.
Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
So the blow to the head is probably a misnomer. It's probably she was poisoned and then fell and cracked her head, I think.
Hey, Makoto! I'm inside your head. You read that file in my voice, didn't you?
Now, the Monokuma file's just got this little, like, voice thing, like, voice speaker.
It's like one of those.
Open it.
It's like one of those like birthday cards.
Yeah.
You get, it's like,
Hello, it's the Monokuma file.
Yeah,
It seems that Sakura was murdered.
yeah.
Monokuma's just stuck in there with the trombola that's, on repeat, which is why Makoto just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. The record is just skipping.
okay.
Trombola? Victrola is what I meant to say, not
I thought you were
trombola.
gonna say like tombola, but I'm like, that's a bit of a weird. Like what? What? I don't know where you're going with
That's
this.
like a combination of trombone and Victrola, the trombola.
Oh my goodness.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why's that? The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut. Oh my god! We need HERLOCK SHOLMES! There was no way into the room!
Wait, is there a wardrobe? Is there a wardrobe?
Are you saying this is a locked room mystery?
Oh my god, actually, no, there is a cabinet in here that Makoto was like, oh, I don't think there's anything in here.
Oh god, there isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
And that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
I am amused at the idea of like Shutakumi of Ace Attorney, like just plagiarizing Danganronpa, just outright plagiarizing. I mean, if anybody is listening, like, I don't mean that. Great Ace Attorney's great, and you know I love Shutakumi's stuff. But
you could even say it's great.
Yeah,
it's a great Ace Attorney.
It's great. But it is quite funny how it parallels.
So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
Sorry,
shit.
I'm just amused because there's the Zero Escape series of games as well, which are also escape rooms. Yeah, what are they called? Zero Escape something. It is Zero Escape
Another
something.
word?
Yeah, I can't remember.
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder?
Oh, this sounds just like one of those things I read about in my HERLOCK SHOLMES books.
Oh boy.
That's me trying to do Toko. Sorry.
Well, you did it miserably.
I know.
I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies, or books, or whatever. But could it really happen in... Oh, geez. Steve.
An OG sneeze.
Oh. Woohoo! My name is Genocide Taylor. Ha ha!
Oh my god.
No, darling, you've got nothing on me.
I guess we're all doing it.
I have the best laugh, though.
I mean, well, that's why you do it. That's why you do it.
That is. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
I do have to say one more thing, Taylor. You sneezed twice, so actually nothing would have happened.
Oh, for God's sake.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
No, we know.
I'll give you a hint. It's about a murder that occurs inside of a locked room.
Two things you must know
About a locked room
murder.
Sure, if you don't mind. When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method, seals the room.
Jeez, spoilers. I hope nobody's watching The Great Ace Attorney right now. Our other thing that we're doing, because it might be spoiled by this game.
Which we post on Wednesdays every week.
Nice plug there, guys. Nice plug.
Smooth, very smooth. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
Or perhaps a shiny bangle.
What?
Well, that's on the other...
Speckled bangle.
Speckled band.
Speckled band.
Oh, band, sorry. Yeah.
Speckled band.
Yeah.
Speckled bangle.
I was close.
That's okay.
Leave me alone.
It was on the trombola.
It was on the tip of my trombola.
Oh, for God's sake. God,
So
this
for all
episode's
that-
going well.
So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right? The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh? Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in... What?
Whoa. Okay.
What kind of gap is there that you can fire an arrow through it?
I don't know if she's referencing anything in particular, but I mean, I kind of thought, to be honest, I would have thought you'd shoot the gun through the door myself.
I mean, those doors aren't hung very well. If that's the case, if there's a gap like that.
I mean, I don't think she's referring to the school doors.
No,
she's just like in general. Yeah.
Something like that. But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow
Well,
it.
I mean, they don't have access to guns or arrows. Monokuma's got plenty of access to it. I mean, as we have seen, he did spear Junko to death, and he... Wait, did he shoot somebody?
No,
He hasn't shot
Junko
somebody.
to death.
No, but he's...
No, he exploded.
Yes, he exploded,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the
Oh no,
list.
he did have like a massive gun, but it shot the cricket balls, baseballs,
Yeah.
didn't it? That was it.
Oh, well, that's a...
No, but didn't he? I'm sure he
it
had
a
something
gun?
that looked like a gun. Oh, I don't
No,
know.
you can get a device that shoots...
The third type, and which seems actually relevant to this particular case because of the mysterious locker from before, is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by...
Really? Put 2 and 2 together, Makoto.
Sicko mode! Engage! They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe. And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room? By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too? I believe so, yes. So, when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
He asks, having not looked at anything in the room yet.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
Boing.
Boing.
Okay.
All right, let's check the locker. Let's check the locker.
First things first. Oh, it's open.
Oh.
And there are handprints. Okay.
Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside, it's a handprint? What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust. And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? And it wasn't Hina, was it? No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Because how would Hina have got out into the hallway?
Yeah. And, like, there's not
'cause she-
many of them. It's not like it's crowded that have seen someone come out of the locker.
I mean, there is that, but it couldn't have been Hina because Hina was already out in the hallway and
Yeah.
the door was locked from the
Yeah.
inside with the chair propped up against
Yeah,
it.
it's not, definitely
we saw
none
her.
of... It's not Makoto, Kyoko, or Hina. 'Cause-
Yeah. Unless there's another way to lock the door,
Yeah.
or get out,
Yeah.
then yeah, definitely not. No, I wonder. I was just wondering if we'll click on different things and Makoto will just suggest all 4 of the suggestions
Probably,
that Kyoko said to him a minute ago.
Probably.
Huh? Why not? Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh, it's already open.
Oh, yes, I definitely noticed that.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. And the locker was already open at that
I
point.
mean, Taylor, God, why didn't you notice it? I mean, Sarah and I noticed it, like, first time. We just didn't think we'd say anything because we thought that you noticed it, so why tell you?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's how it went down.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then... what does this handprint mean?
What does it mean? What this?
There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on.
No, I'm gonna be honest, I thought they were like petals or something.
No.
The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the ones on the side.
Yeah. It did seem like there was one missing. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure? It's a knight, Makoto! For God's sake!
Yeah, but Monokuma's riding the knight, or the knight's riding him rather.
Yeah.
It's a,
In a,
My
it's a
goodness!
rogue spell.
He's riding him in a strange fashion.
Oh, I see. Yeah, these.
Yeah.
Okay. There's this thing too.
This looks like some kind of wrapper.
That's,
Do you recognize it, Hina?
well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out about Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a bit.
What?
Calm down a little.
you didn't give her a protein coffee?
Nah.
So you gave that candy to Sakura.
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them.
They're donut flavored.
Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room.
Oh dear. Just depression.
Oh dear.
You're just stress eating.
That's a mood.
Yeah. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them
The
that
box
much?
is like massive as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
I had to get Sakura to carry it for me.
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, I've lost all their flavor.
Hina.
okay.
Polka dot.
Polka dot.
Uh-oh, there's some blood.
There's some blood. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll look at the blood. We'll look at the blood. No, what?
What?
I did not click on that. What the? What? It's like, nope, you're not looking at the
Pete,
blood.
why are you investigating near the door?
You saw that.
That was silly of you.
You saw that. That was not me.
Go home, game, you're drunk.
It's just like,
The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open.
I just don't. The game's just like, nope, you're not looking at that blood.
What?
There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it.
Right. So let me just.
Okay, let's
hang
try
on.
that again.
Let's adjust the camera or something. It's just that you can only see the blood. Okay, we can see it there. There we go. There we go.
There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died?
Okay.
That must have been like vomiting blood, I guess.
Maybe. Let's have a look. There's the magazine rack.
That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here.
Okay. The bottles.
Yep, that was a worthwhile observation. There are 4 red vinyls. Vitals?
Vials.
There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Take one down, pass it around. 3 bottles lining the shelf on the wall. What? Bottled Monokuma. Oh no.
Oh no?
What?
It's the jar.
Do you mean it's the jar? The jar?
You know the one.
Wait, there's 2 missing.
No, I don't.
There are actually.
I don't
yes.
know what you're referring to, Taylor.
The jar with the pony inside of it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
If you don't know it, I'm going to spare you the mental anguish. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure.
Jar
I'm
with the
curious
pony
now.
inside. I can't not think about it now. Okay.
What I'm wondering is, how do they get those figures inside the bottles?
That is true.
I am wondering of the significance of. So there was the. What was it? There was the the pawn, the castle, the
There'll be a pawn.
Well, the knight was on the floor.
The queen was
the
the other
queen. The
miss-
bishop
was
is
it the-
missing?
No, the bishop was there.
No, the
Was it
queen's
the queen,
missing.
because I think the king was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's the king, the queen, the bishop, the rook, the knight, and a pawn.
Yep.
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh, yeah. Maybe I have. So, this is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle. if you
Kyoko,
will.
you're being really unhelpful.
Yeah.
Just like, oh dear. Okay.
I feel like I'm finally
You do?
Really?
I'm glad you are, Makoto. Would you mind letting us
I
in?
was gonna say, of all
I
the
give it as a
people-
clue.
I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle's sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, the queen and the rook. Not the rook, the queen
knight.
and the knight.
And we've
yeah,
got
sorry.
the knight.
Yeah, because the rook's there.
The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
Did it say she'd been hit on her head?
Yeah,
It didn't.
yeah.
Uh,
She's like, there's. I think that's saying that's the cause of death. Evidence.
Strong blow to the back of the head.
No other injuries, but there's suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Okay. What else have we got? The clock.
It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So, roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego?
I think Sakura's one.
Yeah, Sakura herself. Yeah, I'll get to her in a. What the actual shit?
What?
Come on, Taylor.
Beg pardon?
You saw that, right? You saw it that time.
the hell
right.
is going
this,
on?
This.
That one! Please! There we go! Jesus!
Fuck.
Oh, it's the protein.
Chemical
There's-
X.
Proteinzyme X Chem A2.
Cold Killer X.
There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room. It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the chem lab has all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab. Well, good show, Makoto, because she did only mention that frickin' thing by name. But that's strange. Huh? What is? You see what's scattered around the can?
Oh.
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
It's on top of it.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter? I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Well, I mean, it will have fallen off somewhere, and then on top of the glass, so maybe it was on the chair.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
An important clue? I'm not sure how I see how.
Okay. Do we really need to investigate the door? I might as well, I guess.
This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window,
Missing corner. Missing quarter.
which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, egads, wait, no! The handle. It's been replaced by a sticker!
And now they're all trapped in there.
Uh-oh.
I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and from the door then moving backwards on its hinges to allow access to the room. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Okay. So what was the other thing? Sakura.
Sakura.
Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries.
She punched herself in the stomach.
Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood?
Not a chance.
Byakuya!
Yes, I can read your mind. However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
I wasn't peeking! Interesting?
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Right, and I guess...
Poison.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Poison.
poison.
So I guess with that, we talk to everyone else. So let's talk to Asshole first, get him out of the way.
Don't speak to me.
What do you want?
I wasn't that far off.
You're bothering me. Go away.
He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I'd better go before he crushes my soul completely.
Okay. Talk to Hina.
We already know who did it! Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro! It had to be one of them! I couldn't stand the sight of her! You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Then let me help you find out more! You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room!
What?
Huh?
That kind of seems like something that maybe you should have mentioned like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked me to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd have stopped her, by force even, this would never have happened.
I'm just imagining like a small child tugging at a tree trunk, trying to get it to fall over. Would be the equivalent of Hina trying to physically stop Sakura.
Oh, God. No!
Just like, she's like digging in her heels, but Sakura's just kind of walking and she's slowly leaving like soul marks on the
Yeah.
floor of her shoes. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
Okie dokie. So,
Byakuya, talk, bitch.
what do you want? You're bothering me.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Pish posh. Oh, I didn't want tough. I don't want to talk to you. Make it quick.
Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So, you found out. Interesting.
then it's true.
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said? And risk being killed by that monster?
So you didn't go see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't even...
To shreds, you say?
Yes? Yes?
Oh, you've never seen that Futurama thing?
No.
Never mind then.
Sorry.
I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth?
I didn't see her, Makoto, so you can stop bothering me now.
Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Now bugger off.
You're not welcome.
Now, I guess. No, idiot. I want to leave. Oh.
Oh, Kyoko, we're gonna talk to
We
her.
still have to talk to
I thought
Kyoko.
Hina was like, talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro.
But for Sakura to have been killed... Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight. And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder. Did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right? Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation now that you've done everything and you've unlocked the following prompt that will allow you to leave the room and continue investigating? Yeah, I think so, for the most part. Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm giving you permission. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet... Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms.
Jeez.
Those two.
Okay, so... Wait, what am I doing? So we got Toko. We'll talk to Toko.
I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
No.
No, she's back to normal again.
Oh, she's not, like, trembling, though.
Who's there?
Who do you think?
Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal? Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach.
A chew.
I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood. Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time? Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered, which is an interesting mental image, out into the hall.
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. Oh my god.
What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I?
Whoopsie.
I guess it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Do we think Hiro also didn't go see her either? And then it's
Yeah.
just gonna be like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but Can I really believe
Did
her?
Genocide Jack go and see her?
Yeah, there's that. Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to... Oh my god, I'm gonna stop. I can't even... But to accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room, slithering back in.
Okay. Hero. God, look at his sprite.
Wow, he's angry.
Oh, angry, but the
that's
hair.
Sakura. That's Sakura's
Oh,
one.
yeah, Sakura. But no, but Hero, like, he looks like a giant, like one of those mothballs from, like, Spirited Away or something.
Yeah, the sup. Is it sup?
Ha!
Sup ball.
The soot balls, yeah.
Yeah.
I pressed the doorbell,
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
and after a few seconds...
Yo, what's up, Makoto? Did you need something?
Why'd you do it, Hero? Why'd you kill her?
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, actually. I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
How did you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? No, I'm doing it. You passed it on to me.
It's
Oh no, it's
contagious.
contagious!
Have your special abilities? Abilities.
Guys,
No!
guys, what's happened?
You, Taylor, can you take it back? Can you have it back, whatever you've given me? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention to the others, like, in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious.
Hero is sus.
So then you went and met with Sakura.
No way! I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Well, about that, I was really hungry and I decided I wanted to eat it because I was starving. And yeah, so I was hungry and I ate it. We have a pantry full of food. Yeah, well, I really like the taste of paper. Oh, do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets, suspiciously.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets.
Yeah, I don't have it, pal.
All right, we're throwing him out the airlock. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Oh, I.
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Sorry.
He's gone into Awie's womb and stolen her candy.
No.
Just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it.
Well, I mean, obviously not.
Pocket trash.
We've spoken to Aoi, and she said that she has all of the candies.
She has collected all of the candy because Aoi is my spirit animal.
Yes, mine too.
Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found. It's not a can! It's a shaker bottle, for God's sake!
It really is.
On the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So, where should I start?
Well, obviously the chem lab. Okay.
The chem lab.
So the chem lab.
Oh no, there was Super Poison X missing from the shelf.
Is that the chem?
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, Byakuya has
Byakuya
moved.
is in there. Yum.
Oh yes, you'll do a very good job of killing Makoto. Oh!
Hello,
You found me.
Makoto.
Oh darn. Oh, what's on the floor? Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too?
No, I just thought I'd come here for a jolly old visit.
Well then, just make sure you don't get in my way.
Yeah, I got it.
I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand.
Screw you.
So,
I think what you meant to say is broken neck!
no, I clicked on the floor.
This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just...
That's what she said.
I mean, it's a big shelf.
I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like... Yes, Makoto, that is the noteworthy thing that you should definitely be paying attention to right now. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf?
Okay, powder.
I have to be careful not to step in it.
Super deadly, super
but somebody
killer.
already has.
Somebody has stepped in it. Okay, so broken glass shards.
There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all that powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chems. Yes, well, the skull is certainly telling.
Would you like to hear something interesting?
Not really.
I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out. And at that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have been spilled.
No shit. That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident.
If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case of... Do you think, genius? No, really? Do you
So
think?
Makoto's just like, and he licks his finger, swipes his finger across it, and licks his finger.
tastes like poison.
Poison!
It tastes like salt. Tastes very salty.
Very salty.
It tastes like I'm dying.
I'm in danger.
There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint.
Like somebody already has.
These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf.
How do these footprints relate to a scene as... How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan.
Well, I don't know, Byakuya. Let's think. Given that the protein bottle was clearly labeled with A, that would mean that the protein is located in the A cabinet, which means that's where Sakura was standing. And then C is what the poison is labeled as, which must be where they keep the poison. By we, do you mean me? Yes, the royal
How kind of you to offer.
Asshole.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
Well, let's go. Chop, chop.
Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room.
Wow, I'm a terrible artist.
So, how's this?
Well, I mean, I don't know why it looks like there's a bomb outside the C box, drawing thing, square. Not bad. For you, I mean.
For me?
So, when you look at it like this... interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints that you've drawn on this sheet that may not accurately represent the actual footprints tell me. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No!
Okay. Then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
As I thought. You are the culprit! Your feet do appear to be too big. These complete clown shoes had no chance of fitting in there. Unfortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints, much to my disgust.
Unfortunately?
But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to.
Then these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good, hard look at that powder.
I'm looking at it real hard, but...
There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now.
Okay. I guess we'd best look at what's actually in the cupboards. I mean, we know what's going to be in the cupboards. C is going to be poison, A is going to be protein, and B is going to be whatever else they decide to tell us.
Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf.
Interesting.
Well, I guess that bottle was put away incorrectly
then.
All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A
Except
and a number.
for that one.
So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are.
They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser. Which I suppose suits you well.
Rude.
I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the... Is this going to be the format for every single one? I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section B.
I guess they're really just trying to sort of force it into our minds.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf.
Cool.
This is shelving unit section C. It has the letter C and a number. I guess I can consider this part of the shelf unit C. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I get... Oh my God. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C.
Taylor, it's like your sidekick.
Because I'm a genius! I should try to find out more about the shelving.
I think we've done enough.
Like I said, I think we've figured everything out now.
I think we're good.
No!
It looks like...
Oh my God.
I'm making a strangling motion with my hands.
Wringing his hands.
It looks like it's split into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
No.
Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals.
Wow. I would never
Sakura
guess.
must have gotten the protein powder from Section A.
No.
Oh, Makoto.
I thought it was
You're
Section C.
You're spending an awfully long time staring at that cabinet. Are you all right in there? Having a bit of a mental crisis, are you?
But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A?
Oh, no.
We'll have to find out next time.
Bummer. Well, bloody hell.
Well, bloody hell indeed. So, that's that then. Right, if you like what we do, why don't you hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let us know what you feel and whatnot. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notified, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Get notified about more shelving observations from me, Makoto
No.
Naegi.
Also, check out our social media.
Aw.
Bye, guys.
Take care, everyone.